crafters. My name is Julie Creek. My husband Tom and I own a paper arts company located in Perrysville, Indiana. In this video today, I'm going to share with you another technique and another way to use the Snowglobe / Gumball Die. And this is a unique die because you can make it into a standard snow globe, or you can transform it and turn it into the Gumball machine card that actually has the spinning mechanism. Thanks for joining us today. I'm going to turn the camera down and get started. In our first video that I shot with the Snow Globe series, we made a snow globe, but we made it look like this so that you could use it for March because of the date. So that's the basic snow globe. What we're going to learn how to do today is how to make the gumball and how to make the spinning mechanism. This is what we're going to go over today. Let's talk about the products that we need. We need the Snowglobe die. We need the I Choose You stamp for the fun sentiments that we're using. We die cut the sentiments with the Banner 002 die. This is a really great set for cutting out your sentiments. We'll be filling our shaker today with Silver Stars Shake and Rattle filling and our Bogus Gumball Shake and Rattle filling. We are going to use a slide guide, one of them, and there are 24 in the package of slide guides. We'll use one mini glue dot. We will use one double-sided adhesive rings. This package comes with 6 in it. We'll use 1 today. We will use the rainbow paper pad. Optional, stitched circles. We'll talk about this in the video. Optional is the double-sided adhesive foam sheets. This is a 6-pack as well. We'll talk about that in the video. And medium weight acetate. We will talk about this in the video as well. So that's our supply list. Let's get started making our fun gumball card. We're going to start with the background of our card. So I have a standard A2 card. It does help this card if you use some heavier weight cardstock, like 110 pound. We are going to cut the striped background from the rainbow paper pad. That's 4 by 5.25 inches. That's going to sit right on the front of our card. And then we're going to cut the yellow mini dot pattern. This is in that collection as well. We're going to put that right along the bottom. That piece of paper is 4 by 1.25. So we are going to center that right on the front of the card, and that'll give us our background. That was pretty simple. Now let's take a look at the die. When you get the die, you're going to open up the package, and you'll find this package is a little bit like an envelope you can open up. Your dies will be in here. You have this setup back here on the back. Pull that up so you can see it better. And then you have these dies. So I want to go over with you very quickly about the dies. What you have here when you're looking at this sheet, and I have these on our magnetic panel, these 2 pieces right here are what you're going to use if you make the snow globe. Those are snow globe pieces. These pieces at the bottom are the pieces that you're going to use for the gumball. So we'll be using these today. This is the base. This is the top. This is your money right here, your little coin. These 2 pieces are for the opening of where the gumball is, and this is your spinner. Now what we need to do is take our paper and we need to cut that basic gumball shape so it looks like this. So I'm going to show you how I do that. I'm going to take my package, lay that flat, and I'm going to get a piece of clear acetate and set that over the top. And we're going to add 3 pieces of tape right to the acetate. That's going to stabilize our die for us, and when we die cut it, we'll have perfect alignment. We're going to remove the tape and add the dies. Now you can see, because you can see exactly where you're at, you can line that up right on top, push it down into the adhesive, take your inside circle, and do the exact same thing. Now you have sticky tape there, And if you run that through your die cut machine, that's going to stick to your paper. So you can peel the tape off like I'm doing, or you can put your powder tool on it, or if it sticks, you can just unstick it with Undu. This gives you the perfect setup so that when you go to die cut, that circle is placed exactly inside the circle, exactly where you want it. So we're going to put that on our paper and we're going to die cut. It's designed this way so that if we want to take the circle out and use it separately, or if we want to make a standalone card, we can. So I have already cut this on my die cut machine, and when I die cut this, I have my super tacky tape on the back. Now we sell super tacky tape in a 6-inch roll that's great for this purpose. You unroll the paper, or unroll the adhesive, put your paper in it, and then you die cut. And when you die cut, you'll turn that into a sticker. Once we have our snow globe piece cut, we're gonna go back to our card front, and we are going to lay that on the card front. We're not adhering it at this point. And we're going to take the circle out of the die set, and we're gonna cut that on white cardstock. So take that out, cut it on white cardstock. In this case, I cut it with my super tacky tape on the back, so that turned it into a sticker, and we're going to set that right on the center of the card. That'll give us a nice background for our shaker. Pull that off. We're gonna stick that down, and that'll give us that nice background. We're going to take the snow globe and we're going to turn it over, and you see we have the super tacky tape on the back. Now we only need to use this top part for adhesive. So we're gonna take our pick tool and pull this part off. And we want to pull this liner off. Now we don't need the adhesive actually down here, so you could die cut it in such a way that you weren't putting adhesive on there. My sheet already had a full thing of adhesive on it, and I die cut it, and I like to use the super tacky tape on the top because it makes adhesion of the window so easy. So we're going to locate our package of double-sided rings. These have been cut specifically to fit the circle. They also fit the circle of our angel side circle die. There is die cut foam, and there is a window, and the window has been sized to fit our gumball absolutely perfectly. So this is why I like having the tape down there, because you can literally just set that right into the tape. If you don't want to use the tape, you can use liquid glue and glue that piece in. Now we're ready to deal with the foam. If you want to, you can take your Copic or Chameleon marker, an alcohol-based marker, and color the outside edge red. That will get rid of the white foam. Pull the inside piece off. And the inside piece really is trash, but I'm going to show you a trick with it today that you can try. We're going to take the adhesive liner off the ring and adhere it to the top of the gumball. Once you have it set, you can turn it over, put some pressure on it, make sure it's adhered. There you go. Now we need some lift down here. We've got foam at the top. We need lift down here. And you can take your piece and locate your panel die, set it on top, and die cut that. I want to show you what this looks like when you bring it out of your die cut machine. It'll be a little bit mangled, and you'll have trouble getting it out of the clear sheet because it really wasn't designed for this purpose. I am just using it because we don't want to, if we can use it, we should, right? There we go. Now, it doesn't matter if it's not exactly perfect because it's not going to show anyway. We're going to take that and adhere that right to the bottom of our gumball machine. Set this aside. We're going to use it in a minute. Now I'm going to teach you a little trick. Normally what you would do, most people have you do when you make a shaker card, is put the filling here and then put the top on. But I'm going to teach you a little bit of a different trick. This is an option for you. If you have a circle die, and this is our circle die set, you can take your die and find a die that fits that size and die cut a piece of acetate. So we have medium weight acetate that you can die cut, and that will fit right on top. So we're going to put the filling in here and then turn the whole thing over and stick it on the card. So I'm going to add my Bogus gumdrops on there. Usually like to put about 12 on there. And love to add the silver stars. These little stars add a little sparkle to the project. Just put a little bit in there. Now we are going to remove the liner and add that second clear window to the card front. That makes it an easy way to control where everything is going. Everything's encapsulated. We don't have to worry about the static electricity. To adhere it to the card front, you're going to need to take your liquid glue and add a ring of liquid all the way around this outside edge to adhere it down. And then we will remove the liner off of the foam on the bottom, off of this piece. So the other option that you could have if you didn't cut that inside piece is to cut with our 6x8 foam sheets, and I'll show you those in a minute. So we're gonna peel that off, turn it over, and stick it on our card. I'm gonna stick that down. We're just gonna give that a minute, let all that set, and we're gonna work on the front panel piece that goes on the card. So you wanna take some red cardstock, die cut that. I do not have my tape on the back, it's just been die cut. And what we need to do is add foam to the back of this. We need lift. So this is when you could take our 6x8 foam sheets, and these are die, you can die cut them. So you would put your die on the red side and die cut that. And then what you'll need to do is take your scissors and trim out all along this edge in a U shape and then adhere that down. So that's one option. What I like to do is take that piece that we had earlier and die cut it so that we can use that. So we're not just throwing that piece away. So I'm gonna lay my die on top just like this, and I'm gonna die cut. I'm gonna show you what this looks like when you pull it out. You might have to use your tool. Pick it out of that plastic, and there's the two pieces. Now we only need the two corners, so we can trim that off right there and right there, and set that in the corner. Now we're going to take the die, set that on the bottom, and die cut, and that'll give me a piece of foam for the bottom. So here's what it's going to look like. We're going to pull that off, and you see that time it just came right off. So we're going to peel this off. And then I'm going to take my scissors and trim it, because we just need a strip of foam. And that's why, honestly, for this, you could just use the foam tape, but I just like using what we have. Now we can throw that part away, and this is going to go right along that bottom edge and give us that piece we need for the bottom. So that's our front panel, and now we've added the lift that we need. So I'm gonna take and locate my slide guides. Now the slide guides come in a package of 24, and you'll find when you open them that there's a large one and a small one as far as the circle. We're going to take that, set it down, and we just wanna click one into the other, snap them together. It doesn't matter which way, like the large one down first or the small, just click the two together right in between that hole. And now we've installed the slide guide. We are ready to adhere this to the front of our card. So we will remove the tape liner off of the foam, actually the foam liner. And we're going to stick that down on our card. Now you'll want to die cut the pieces for the front, and we have the coin here that we die cut, and I die cut that on silver cardstock. It has my super tacky tape on the back. You can set that right in there. And then this piece is the piece where the gumball comes out, the mouth. So you can set that right in there. Now there are two pieces that you can cut for that. This is the second piece. We're gonna set it right in there, and that's our gumball opening. Now for this particular one, I did not cut the top, but if you wanted to add a top to it that dies in the set, you would cut that and then add that to the top of your project. It's a nice little touch you can add. Now we need to add the spinner. So what we're going to do is cut the spinner on foil cardstock with tape on the back, and we're going to layer up 4 of those, one on top of the other, to give it dimension and stability. We are ready to adhere our handle, the little spinning mechanism. So we are going to take a single mini glue dot and adhere it directly onto the slide guide. And then take your little handle piece, set that right on top, push it down into that glue dot, and then you will have created that spinning handle that's so fun to mess around with. We are ready to add our sentiment to our card front. I stamped this with the I Choose You stamp, Hope Your Birthday is Sweet. Die cut it with the banner die. I have tape on the back, and we're just going to adhere that to the front of our card. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and you can see there are many different ways to make the spinner card. Lots of options. I'll be making more videos with this card because I do want to show you how to make the double stack so you can put a little treat inside. And we also want to talk about how to make the freestanding card. So watch for our other videos with this series. I do want to let you know that we are offering a special price, 15% off these products if you use the coupon code ZIP. And that coupon code is valid until January 31st, 2021. Thanks so much.